She checked the numbers for us already. Yeah. She said we're good right now and we're even better tomorrow if there.
Yeah. We're trying to fish.
You guys say it out loud though. It's nobody heard you.
Oh, what? Oh, we're gonna start the meeting with a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You can get settled while we do audience interaction.
Oh, wait a minute. Audience introductions.
Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Frozen cookies that we love.
They're frozen.
I'm sorry, it was my responsibility. I came over at 10 minutes to 6. So and I realized they were-
Yeah.
You're looking to find something.
Didn't bother me. I don't know what else to say. Spitting out, man. All right. No adjustments to the agenda? Oh, good. Consideration of the minutes. The minutes of the June 9, 2025. I have a motion. Brad, second. Second, Liz. Go through any questions, revisions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed, abstained, non-voting? Oh, non-voting, sorry. Done. Public comment, this is the time the public can make a comment.
They don't want.
All right, comments. You like your, all righty, communication.
I have no new communication.
Yeah, nobody went, nah. Old business, any Region 9 updates?
Well, the only update, I don't know whether everyone on the board knows, but Brenda lost her husband. Yeah. Who passed away this past week, so I guess I'd like to start out with having a moment of silence and respect for Brenda, her passed husband. Thank you. Other than that, nothing else for Region 9. We haven't met since the last time.
Okay, that's Julie's dad too, right?
Yeah, and Amy's.
And Amy's, they both work for us. So. All right, new business, motion to approve computation declaration of budget votes from June 10th, 2025.
What do you want, red?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Okay. That we're ready. Yeah, that the computation and declaration of votes dated June 24th, 2025 and attached hereof be approved. Further voted that computation and declaration of votes be entered upon the records of Region School Unit number 56. Further voted that a certified copy of the computation and declaration of votes be sent to each of the municipal clerks of the member municipalities within Region School Unit number 56.
Add a motion. Are you done?
No.
Okay, second. Comments or questions?
Who was the second?
Brad?
That Brad was the motion.
No, Bruce wrote the motion.
Sorry.
All those in favor? Thank you. Opposed, abstained?
Right.
What, we gotta sign?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Have to give them that.
How was it? What's your temperature? You?
No, I haven't been home for a couple of days.
Oh, that's great. Oh, they got oatmeal. Right, that one sheet.
That one sheet.
Just that one sheet for now.
There'll be another one in a little black sheet. I'm JD1.
I got pictures the last couple of days and I wasn't with my pool, my husband and various other people like, it's really nice. I'm like, thanks.
Feel like you're on the coast, Scott.
So I went in the pool, wholesale.
It's
Contracted psychology. We've been paying that company right along. Yes.
There's no longer, it's cheaper.
Better than. Oh, we need to keep it, we're gonna sign another paper on the next motion. We're gonna be signing more on the next motion. Yes.
Yeah, it's good practice.
We did that one. Kathleen, thank you. I don't know how that got that way. The medication policy,
JLCD,
yeah,
you know, when we have, if we look afterwards, I don't see anything but one of them on the website.
and that's the wrong one. Look at what we approved, first reading, second reading is MSMA's. That is not MSMA,
I will figure it out.
no,
Thank you.
I go. That's it. Then I went back because I didn't scroll. I didn't sign,
I'm missing something.
I tried my thorough, usually I think I swallowed.
Okay, I'll
What pen, didn't give me a
Oh,
pen,
my goodness, Barbara, I'm so sorry.
but I don't want to sign with blue. There, okay. Now we're on number 2, right? Motion to approve assessment warrants and installment schedules. Could I get a motion, please?
Make the motion that I move that the warrant for assessments of tax and assessment schedule and notice of installments for each member municipality prepared by the treasurer for fiscal year 2025-2026 be approved and be issued in form presented for this meeting. That the treasurer be authorized and directed to deliver to each member municipality its warrants for assessment of tax and assessment schedule and notice of installments. There you
Could
go.
I get a second?
Second.
Comments or question? Seeing none, all those in favor? All right, we gotta sign again.
16 times.
Without it.
Right now, get rid of these lines up.
Just- Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad it's AC here.
Me too. I would have canceled on you.
I was sad.
It would have been hard to justify one.
Yeah,
The budget would, nothing would happen with the warrant, all would be delayed. You'll have.
You wanna pass a couple of long groups to,
Oh, yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I didn't know if you wanted to follow the stack. Is Dawn signing too?
oh, Don, did you wanna sign these papers?
Yeah, I'll find out.
You'll sign these? Okay,
Because he didn't sign the first one that you had, did he?
But these are the payment schedule.
I didn't believe in it, I didn't sign it. Gotta be in black, I gotta have a.
Yeah.
Well, did you get sworn in? I did.
yes, I did, cause I had asked you guys.
Yeah, and stop paying.
And then, so I go slow down, and she tried to misunderstand, rattling off, she said, oh, yeah, that just. Yeah.
And then down the one and then.
Your office is.
Get some.
No, I know.
That should have the.
Just signing and now, you get in the car.
When?
I don't. Hey, Carly, you can start.
I made an action.
Whoops. That's it.
The guy's there, nothing shows around, but we don't show nothing about that. So something's up, so he called the company. They sent it to my email, 33, like, do this, read this, look at this video. So it's. My husband was laughing. But tomorrow I go to Texas. To babysit. By myself. That's not fun.
Not Texas.
I know, I don't go out.
Yeah.
I mean, I was out there, what, 8 months ago, but it was 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah,
Something, you know.
my daughter-in-law sent me a picture of my grandson Bishop outside, I go, he looks hot, that's not okay. Done?
The bottom.
Yeah, the multiple pay this year.
Yeah, it's free. I made a mess, I'll take my reasons, I'll get that. Okay.
It's AC, which I love.
Well, some good things.
This is good.
Yeah, I've been right first, that's good.
Thank you.
You said, I think there's what? 5 for each town or how much?
4 for each town.
4 for each town.
Do you want these stacks kept separate?
I'll start them off.
Okay.
See, we got a new door.
Yeah, very nice door,
Oh, it looks nice.
yeah. It
New
looks like
key?
it'll last forever.
You don't know, you're on the H last, but it's not.
Got some keys cut.
Forever.
It's most recent.
$7.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same code.
He's,
If the clean code you give me.
528, probably not the same.
Well, it's a master key, so now that means. It'd be interesting. But it looks great. Is this it for now, or you've got a lot more to do? Before you go the night. Is it? I know, I just. I get to.
I don't know, like coming back from a 19-hour flight.
Isn't it hard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we take the bus, but it's still
It's still at.
long. Yeah. Oh, and then, well, see, his American Airline doesn't have a direct, like, only from like May to October. And I'm flying on standby, he says, he always checks them, are you room still? Cause then I have to buy, sorry. No rooms. I don't know when it's my home. Then I have doctor's appointment, no computer. I've been to therapy since I went to Cleveland. Then I come my former. I was like, right? The system trouble. They said that overtime, I said, well, quotes. Had 7 to then it's like 4 or 5. So I go back to Cleveland, get my shoulders. Bone scan, I gotta wait until they watch the computer.
Yeah. So, Bravo.
Oh,
It's very.
all right, I didn't read this.
That must be this year,
No.
that's with everybody.
Is it, it must be a month?
You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
most reasonable thing. I would
So
say.
we found out
The
call
whole thing.
at the dietary office. Cause that messes
About
up
$3, and that's all.
x-rays, prior cells.
Oh, yeah.
We had to start looking at other vendors for the imaging and all that, because hospital can't
It's
just,
fight, but what we did.
the whole system is just full.
They still don't. I went to the, Francis went to the endocrinologist. They could do it because they do the ASC right there. And she had a computer, so she, I don't know how she, her phone, she could do that. And then the gynecologist couldn't even meet, it was online. I met on phone and she was at home. And so she got my medicine
We
going.
got our system is locked down so that it, we're not typically
So
talking.
Cindy, if there was a nutrition, you would the other one.
And then
Nutrition.
Francis, I had to bring,
If there was a nutrition mixed in with the big one, it should be a nutrition. Move it over for you, all right, or was there a separate?
It may have been one that she paid in the regular bat for a reason.
Yeah, it might have been one like we paid for the end of the year luncheon.
Don't worry about it, I'll figure it out.
It's a nutrition.
I'll
It's
figure
a
it out.
nutrition, but I don't, it was but it was an order from like, not Dennis, but one.
I'll figure it out.
I have not.
The nutrition one's not very big, so if something got intermingled, it's really easy to figure out.
he's got,
Can I have my pen?
oh, yes, is that it?
It's
Did you get my message?
Yes, and I can do that, that's fine.
Okay, good.
The whole year, like,
yeah, it's the end of the year celebration. I'll put it
Okay,
back.
yep,
The conferences.
yep.
Yeah, we had to pay nutrition.
Yeah, no,
Now that's.
I just thought it might have, I was gonna look cross-reference the numbers.
There was trust.
Thought I was doing good.
It's all right, I think they got a deal.
We just lost the cover sheet.
Oh, you did. He was gonna.
Please don't leave us the cover.
Talk about it, sucker.
I can get everything
Gotta
else.
be it.
Thank you.
The honest will be a little upset if I receive checks and I don't have a signed coverage. sheet. And since they're arriving tomorrow.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard.
One we know. The other we haven't been out.
It is.
Like, kind of new.
Well, we're all set. We're all
I
set.
said, is it right there? I said,
I'm
no.
gonna take these back and leave it again, you know, in May, we signed 300 signatures.
You take, That's.
Yeah, second hands.
That's right.
No.
These are the same pens we've used for 7 years now.
Which
It is. Explain why I'm giving today. That's good.
He was. He's.
That's probably why the budget got passed.
All right. Now I can put them all back in order.
From.
Oh, oh, did you miss? Oh, just a second. All right.
I think we're
I believe we're good.
Huh?
Good to go.
Okay, we can wrap this up. You ready for America's Got Talent? There's no more basketball, there's no more hockey, and I hate baseball.
I'll be glad. I did it.
Approval of the 21st century director job description, which was in your. Oh, wait, in our folder. Could I get a motion, please? So moved in a second.
Second.
I do know personnel met, I couldn't go, cause I don't even know where I was.
We did meet, we went over the job descriptions.
Because we did get the 21st century grant, correct?
They get the 21st century grant, and if we're gonna be the fiscal agents, so we have to have the job descriptions, because we're now hiring them instead of. What used to be Oxford County, even though.
Okay, so, any questions? The first and second, all those in favor of the job description? Thank you. That was the director's job. Now this one is the lead instructor. Right?
Yep.
Okay, I went out of order. Yeah, the lead instructor. Could I get a motion, please?
So moved.
And a second?
Are
Any questions on this?
these gonna be people that are already teaching and they get an extra, or is this, we hire a new person for it?
So these are. Not necessarily employees to begin with.
Give me a,
So we had people in these positions when it was. Fiscal agent was, well, ended up being CDS when Oxford County Mental Health transition. So CDS had some people already hired. I met with the Dargo Education Association president. And we were in an agreement that those people would retain their jobs and come in under this. But then when we have to hire new people, then obviously we would go through the hiring process.
Okay, we're doing the lead instructor, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's track. Any other questions? All those in favor? Thank you. All right, the next one is the activity assistant job description.
So moved.
And
Second.
second,
Second.
any questions on this? Pretty standard. Supports the lead teacher. Who is in charge? Oh, reports to you in the building. Okay, any questions on this one? All those in favor? Thank you. All right,
well, looking at tech, when there's too many hours and 20 hours a week, probably anybody here is what we could.
Do we have any? So
You know what I mean? This, I mean, it might be hard to fill that position.
this activity assistant,
Yeah,
so typically they're high school students.
oh,
oh,
so they're already here.
They are, we already have one that so was in it last year that will stay in it through the next year, and then we have one tonight that's also a high school student that we're gonna be hiring for the summer.
What was the total amount of grant?
So it's 137,000, I think, for the first year, and then it goes down a little bit each of the second 2 years.
And what are they paying the students per hour?
Top of my head, I'm not gonna be able to tell you that.
I'd be more interested in where they're paying directly. Any idea?
I
based on qualifications.
Yes.
That's right. What they pay. I mean,
What's that?
it's already set to pay.
Yeah, it's in the grant.
Yep.
So Mary's looking it up right now.
Who is was the director?
The director is Joy Mahoney.
Okay,
And there's some odd things about this grant, I'll be honest, while Mary's looking it up, like, I find it strikingly ridiculous that the federal government requires a full-time year-round director for this position when they do 10 hours of after-school care a week. Do you have it, Mary? I do.
I found it already? Yep. Okay, perfect.
But it's a requirement.
The activity assistants, the high school kids are, 15.45 an hour.
what about the director sitting on the?
The director, is 21.63.
It's not big money.
No, it's full.
Oh, wait, sorry, 25.96, I grabbed the wrong.
So,
one.
Even still, that's not 80,000 a year.
No,
But it still seems odd that you have.
do we pay the benefit? Do they?
But
pay
that,
the
I agree with that, that's just.
Yes, there's benefits. involved.
So, this is
Just
not,
the director has benefits.
isn't there summer school?
There is.
Summer school only, summer programming. 6 weeks that we play. No, all right. Any other questions on the, well, thank God we got it.
so we have to spend that exact amount of grant. So you on something, there must be some support, other things, too.
So there are, but
Materials.
it's pretty tight because by the time you have a director and a lead
So we
teacher and an
don't,
activity
we
assistant,
basically score anything.
there's nothing left
Okay.
and
Books.
we're not spending more than what's in there for the grant, for the program. So
All right. Motion to approve a representative to the Region 9 Board.
never seen.
Oh, I haven't done, I went right by the cooperative agreement. Could I get a motion, please? And a second? Second. I think in yellow is the change, correct?
Yep.
They reconfigured?
That all has to do with numbers
Yeah,
of students and so forth.
Students, yeah.
Change each year.
and I do like they put in, the credits in the back.
56 has probably been the most reasonable to deal with for Region 9. We've really stepped it up. I can commend Jason, even though he's not here, who did a phenomenal job today. I mean, we're getting a lot of students that are getting a lot of credit for things that before was nothing but electives. Working really well. That's my pitch.
Any other questions for that? Seeing none, all those in favor? Thank you. All right, now a representative motion. You need a name.
So we do need to count for the name because I did hear from Julie, who had checked with Brenda that Wayne Thurston is not interested in doing it again. I did check, you checked base with Kenny. Kenny came to me after that as much as I have interest in it, I just don't have the time and energy
This
to
is
devote
a, so,
Representative
to the Region 9 board.
for Region 9 Board, which can be a board.
I could make a nomination, I suppose that person might say no, but is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle died,
Do I know? Oh, wait a minute.
her real name's Michelle,
Is it really?
yes.
Who the heck is
Has been
Michelle?
for almost 50 years. So I'll nominate her.
You've got it before.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Because I didn't, nobody else really, Carl, you.
Yeah, it
you
is,
don't know.
but if someone
Well,
else, you
well,
know.
if you got, to be clear, you've got, someone else really wants
someone
it,
might-
but I think she'd be exceptional at it, and you bring an outside perspective. And it's not because it's my wife, let's be clear.
No, it's a community person. It's up to you,
No,
yeah.
Would you be willing, if she looks at me, like either like in a text message in a
I think it
second?
scares me is if she married you,
I won't tell you what, she is 3 days older and wiser than I am, so. Our goodness is coming here in a couple weeks, so, no, are you willing if?
No, I think that'd be great.
Flat out turns it
Yeah, I
down.
don't know, what's her, it's what's her field of. What's her life experience?
Well, she's married to me,
The mouth already, never mind.
so Mickey is,
No, we want pros.
big time in the sports world, always was, she was going to let it here I go. She's great at process, she's great at understanding what she sees something going, how to break it down and make it better, simplify it. I mean, she's not great at sending email, but that she never had to, she started working for me. She's really good at managing process, so
She's interested in it, she knows about it.
not necessarily a no, Carl.
But maybe you should ask her.
That's why I suggested if she is flat out, no, would you be willing?
And if she's flat out no, and she's not interested, if she's excited, I will do it. What night is
Okay.
it? Mondays?
We
Wednesdays.
every first Wednesday of the month. Just well.
She wants to get involved.
Yeah, no, if she, I mean, if she don't, yeah.
Is that something that we need an answer tonight?
So I
No.
think you can say, you make a motion that will recommend Mickey
Michelle,
Dyer.
yeah.
And if Mickey Dyer says no, then Carl will do
I'll
that.
make a motion that,
Yeah.
that we nominate, Michelle Dyer, AKA Mickey Dyer. And if she is unable and willing, that, we secondarily move, motion for Carl to.
Yeah.
We
I'll second that.
we wouldn't want to table this until we meet her and have her come in and approve that we're going to have someone.
That's up to the board, not me.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I think she'd bring an outside perspective, but if it is something that needs a lot of particular technical expertise. Then, maybe it is a good idea, it's up to you guys.
Cause I've never met Wayne in person. I
Never,
don't know.
I don't think I know.
I rarely,
So
I know what he
I don't know
looks
that,
like.
you know what I mean?
He never came to a board, I think maybe,
Wayne Thurston.
yeah, never came to a board meeting,
He's
maybe.
an ex-dairy.
It's,
Yeah.
I don't, like, I
He's
said, I
always
don't
been
have a
what he
stake
is,
in it, and I don't
Yeah.
necessarily,
Yeah, Wayne's a good guy.
I don't mind having a community member.
We're
We
looking
can-
for a community member, then
Yeah.
I think she fits.
And if Carl, cause I asked you first, Carl.
I know.
And that's all right,
That was
that
still
way,
the thunder.
I'm still like scaling back, but if you write down 108, the irrigation's on. That's allowed to be turned on the first Wednesday of the month, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Especially come like November, December.
No, I mean, I think I talk like I got one.
you don't, but I got it tonight. So do we want to wait and have Michelle come in, or just like not vote, just say, ask Michelle, and then if she doesn't want to, Mickey, then, we'll vote for
Well,
you.
Bruce is already involved with it, he suggested that, so maybe we should
Yeah.
wait.
I just don't want to put your wife on the spot, and then I don't want to put the board on the spot. And that's what we're doing right now.
I honestly, I don't have any emotion about it at all. If she wants to do something and get involved, suggestion she run for selectman, not sure she's gonna do that, but, maybe flat up, no. But
How soon does Region 9 need to know this?
I don't think you meet in July,
Not that I know of anyway.
No, we can't.
I know.
but we don't meet again until the end of August.
Yeah.
We could also get a surprise. We have July's meeting as optional. We don't know whether there's gonna be, and I have a feeling we probably will be meeting in July. We've got too many issues going on. But I don't know.
In other cases, when people nominate somebody that don't know anything about it, a lot of times they're not very happy.
we're gonna see.
Why don't we table it and we can get, or we can get a consensus and then get the formal,
I'll ask her tonight.
Yeah.
Just get cleared. If she
Yeah.
said flat out, I'll tell you, I'll send you an email.
There are open seats in Region 9 right now for RSU 10 as well. So it isn't like if you don't have it done by a certain date, you
Mhm.
can't fill someone. I just don't want to put his wife on the spot and putting Powell on the spot and whatever else. So
No, I enjoy it.
You were on before, were you?
yes.
All right, we'll get that done. Board member comments.
Maybe, I think, the one thing I would add, spent a lot of time looking at how boards function. And, here we are at our last meeting this year. And, it's been a pleasure. Our board is not, at war with each other. We certainly disagree when we have to disagree. I don't find this board to be an all yes board, an all no board. I think everybody here is very well meaning and wants to bring something to the table. And we are very fortunate that we don't have a lot of dysfunction. And that's nice to see. Also, I've spent a bunch of time talking to administrators and teachers and doing some observing. And that is for all the BS that we hear out in the world about how bad schools are here in Maine. And I'm not just talking about learning results, I'm talking about, the staff, and we don't think the quality is there. There's a lot to be said for the fact that we don't have turnover. And that's not like no turnover. We don't have turnover. We don't struggle to recruit. Even if we're not paying the top dollar salaries, we do really well and can attest to that. You've said it many times. And our administrative team, I think maybe sometimes we underestimate the value they bring. And we should recognize that we do have an administrative team that probably could go with all their experience to work somewhere else. Make a lot more money, get a little bit of travel. The reality is they are dedicated and they make financial sacrifices, as do I know the rest of our staff do. To bring this value to the students and the taxpayers. And we should celebrate that more. It is easy to become, disillusioned with the state of affairs. But if you turn your eyes inward, as this board I think knows, we get a great deal at RSU 56. That is not to disparage all other boards. They have their challenges. But we really got a great thing going here, and an exceptional community and school and staff, admin team and board. And I'm super proud of it. And I'm happy to be able to say that very confidently. So.
Any other comments to Bruce?
I'll just add a short one. As you can see, with having more renovations being done, I commend the BGT for all that they do. And between the hard work and dedication they do, look at our buildings.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't expect anything any better. I mean, we've taken care of our buildings, we're taking care of our transportation. I forward that to the board, always approving to get another school bus, so that we're always keeping turnover, so we're not running junk, we're not spending a lot on repairs that we did years ago. The board's supporting everything, and so is the community, so we're fortunate that way.
Alrighty. Oh, sorry, Kathleen.
You didn't see me. I'd like to thank Don Whittemore for his many years service. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
Good luck.
I was gonna do it at the end, but. So, all right, any other board member comments? Superintendent's report.
So first and foremost, I'll thank the communities for passing our budget. It's very nice to go into the summer with the budget pass. And the end of the school year went well. I do want to thank Barbara and Brad and Liz and Joy and Kathleen for coming to the end of the year luncheon. I know a lot of you work and that's not something that you can do, but it certainly shows support for the staff, which is great. I will invite you to the beginning of the year breakfast now. So in case you want to get it on your calendars, we are not doing it on the Monday. We're doing it on Tuesday, August 26th. It'll be 7:30 right here in the SCC. The reason the administrative team decided to do Tuesday was because our bar training coordinators couldn't do training for our staff on Tuesday. They could only do it on Monday, and in order to get the whole training in, we needed that. And then we decided, you know what, we could do it on day 2. Why not try something different? So we'll have our breakfast on day 2 instead of day 1.
It's set at 38.
7:30, yep, right here. I do want to share that UMF sent me a letter, which I don't normally get, but this year, for whatever reason, they sent me one, thanking us for our collaboration with them. We do have 3 teachers who do early college programming here at Derigo High School with UMF. And so that's Carolyn Biot, Rebecca Fletcher, and Olaf Johnson. And this is the first time they've sent me this information, which I thought was amazing. We had 35 students take the early college courses here at Derigo High School. 123 credits were earned, which saves our parents and their families approximately 37,638 in tuition money once they go off to college. So I'm really thankful for that collaboration with UMF. We also do it with a few other, like we do Prep University.
That was just that you.
That was just at UMF, so.
We do it at Gus.
Yep,
Gus, and I think CMC too, and I think awesome.
yep, so it was really nice to get a letter from them, of actually saying how many students and how many credits and what that saves, so it was really interesting to see. I spent yesterday and today at the Commissioners Conference in Bar Harbor. There were really good sessions this year, including legislative updates. There was some federal funds updating. Still saying federal funds are good through the end of September. The October 1st is still not as clear. They think they'll know by July 18th whether those FY 26 funds will be dispersed to us or not. I also attended a follow-up to Measure What Matters. The commissioner and her team is really looking for ways to measure school success beyond just the annual state testing. So what other pillars could they use and establish as a measure for how schools are doing? So she wanted superintendent input on that. She did gather a bunch of input on that through the Measure What Matters across the state, things that they went to. I also went to a really good one on managing public relations crisis communications. So like when your school's in a crisis, how do you manage the information that gets out to people? The people that put on that did such a good job that I said to Eileen King, who's from Main School Management, and I'm the professional development chair for that committee, that we should get them to come to the October sessions for the school boards and the superintendents.
That would be good.
Because it's really important to know, like, how to disseminate that information, who should disseminate that information, when to, because like you want to keep putting information out, but you want to make sure it's factual. It was just really good and clear, so hopefully they can get them to come to the school board trainings in October as well. And I just have to say, summer school has already started the week after school got out. And deep cleaning of all our buildings is going on, so business as usual in all of our schools. I do have for you tonight the consideration of Henry Hilton. Jason is out of state, so couldn't be here, but we do want to get Henry hired, and then we would have Jason and Henry come at the beginning of next year, so you have an opportunity to meet him. But Henry has just completed his degree at UMF. I had sent it to you all ahead of time. He did his student teaching in PE and health at Mountain Valley High School. He comes highly recommended by the people who was added for practicum and for student teaching, as well as his professors at UMF. Love to have you have that completed tonight so that we can get his contract in and settled, so he doesn't think he needs to look elsewhere and continue searching.
So I make a motion to hire Henry Hilton.
I'll second that.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Thank you.
I'll also report out that the 21st Century Group went through the hiring process and has recommended Grace Jackson for the activity aide for the summer school 21st Century program. Stacy Gilbert is resigning as the Derigo Middle School field hockey coach. As you know, she's moving on to be a principal in RSU 9. And Jim and Yami Hamelinen also are resigning as the middle school girls and boys soccer coaches. It's sad, but they're also looking at some potential ways to push music a little further in our district. So they're not just stepping back and not doing anything, they're looking at some other avenues. So that's all I have.
All right, committee reports, beginning of the school year, maybe we'll find a student. Policy committee, we have not, have we met? No, it was after, not since last night. Thank you, Kathleen, catching up. We'll have to meet after Africa. Finance committee,
Yes, we're getting audited right now, so we haven't met yet, so. We will meet late, early fall on this.
Curriculum committee, I know you have one scheduled.
Yeah, we have a meeting scheduled, what's the date? Is it the seventeenth? Seventeenth, yeah. We've, Kathleen had brought forward some concerns about the science book and the detail in it, and so we're gonna have a discussion about that. To make sure we wanna move forward. That way the book can get ordered in time, so we have it for next year, and we're not waiting until 2027.
Yep.
So we'll be doing that
That's July 17th.
July 17th.
Thank you.
Oh, Building and Grounds has a meeting June 27th.
Friday, yep, at 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
Yeah, where were we gonna meet?
right in central office.
Okay.
there you go.
9 o'clock.
Negotiations, we do have something tonight. Personnel, they met.
We did meet, when I say we, I mean Natalie and I, that was the big group that showed up. So we did the job descriptions that you approved tonight, and we also looked at the data from the exit interviews of the people that were leaving. So, I'll check with Natalie at some point to see how she'd like to get that disseminated out amongst the larger group.
Ad hoc presented at the last board meeting. Right, anything out on that? No,
Nope.
that was good. So we're gonna enter into executive, oh, sorry, continue.
Hold on, there's one more committee.
Oh, what am I, oh, the
Drop off.
dropout prevention.
So
Should add that.
we
Yes.
met, and the update I'm gonna give, we met a while back here. If we wanna kind of turn tardiness and we don't really have a dropout problem, we do have people showing up dropping. We wanna kind of turn that box out, dump it out, do some new things. So you're gonna see earlier before school, we're gonna meet again, and we're gonna start to develop a strategy. Heavy communication strategy, recommendations to the board, social media, a whole bunch of stuff, if we can pull it off. To try to change people's perspective of the value of their education and the necessity show up. So.
Yeah.
More to come.
Right, and we'll put that on. Remember that, Cynthia? To add that as number 2.
It's me.
Oh, okay,
I
sorry.
know your agenda.
All
I'll do
right,
it.
executive assistant, go for it. All right, now we'll enter into executive session pursuant to one MRSA subsection D to discuss the administrative contract. Could I get a motion? Oh, keep looking.
Right?
All right, I entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we do a pay scale adjustment to the administrative contract as suggested by the board of directors.
I'll second that.
Bruce, Brad, second. Comments or questions? Let her write it.
Yeah.
All those in favor? Motion carries. Here's the fast one. Julie's not here. God love her to say as quick as she can. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Brad, second. Kathleen, all those in favor?